DPS TeleClass.
Students, welcome back to another TeleClass.
رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي رب زدني علما.
So today we are having a thematic lesson and the topic we are going to see is culture and Maldives. So before moving on to the lesson, let's see what's the learning intention and the success criteria. So from the topic also, today we are going to explore about Maldives culture and stereotyping. And the success criteria are: you will be successful if you can write at least 2 things that you can do to stop stereotyping in other country. And you have to write a reflection on the culture of Maldives by including the given points in the worksheet. So she is Edurada. She wants to ask you a question. Are you ready? Yes. She is asking, do you know what is stereotype? Anyone knows? I bet most of you don't know because it seems like a new word to you, right? I have given this word in your dictation list. Also, you can check your dictionary. You have a dictionary, right? You can check the word stereotype. So let's see what's a stereotype. Cultural stereotyping is when someone has an opinion on another person based on who they are, where they are from, or the language they speak without getting to know the individual. So, you will be judging upon many factors of someone if he or she or that person is from another country or that person speaks of a different language other than yours or how they wear the clothes. You will be judging upon many factors of someone without knowing the actual person or without knowing what he or she is about. Okay. Now, stereotyping can occur within different ethnic groups, social classes, and religious groups, and among the gender. So, if someone will say, if it's a boy, they can do many things. If it is a girl, you have to do all the household works. And sometimes, some in the world, some countries blame Muslims, right? Because they will be judging upon us. Some people will say, if he or she is a Muslim, Muslims are terrorists. They will say like that, but they can't actually say that because they don't know who we are, right? And if someone is from another country, they will be judging, yes. If she or he is from this country, they will do this, they will do that, right? So that is called stereotyping, and stereotyping is a very bad habit that we all need to stop. So I have some examples here. Students studying at islands have lower English standard. So this happens a lot when a student goes to Mali, suppose, and an island girl or a boy going for a better education to Mali, and they will put you in a class, and the students in the class will judge upon you. you are from an island, you don't know how to talk in English, you don't know how to write in English, so they will be mocking you. It's a kind of bullying, okay? But there are very good students which has very good standard in English, right? And lower class people are uneducated. Is this true? No. Those who are rich might not have a very good education, but those who are very poor may have very good education, right? And men are stronger than women. No, both men and women are strong, right? There are some stronger women in the world who are very good athletics also, right? Women aren't as smart as men. This is not true, and I also don't believe that because I'm a woman, right? And there are some men who even don't do jobs, but there are some women who are in better positions in the jobs. So this is not true. Women can't do as good of a job as a man. So this is also a very incorrect example, right? Because teacher is a woman who goes to a school and teaches you, and I am in a job. But there are some men who even don't have a job. So this is not true, right? Girls are not good at sports. No, this is definitely not correct. In our class also there are very good girls who are good at handball, right? So we can't say that girls can't do sports. There are some boys who can't even kick a ball, right? Who can't even run fast, who don't knows how to play football even. So you can't say that girls are not good at sports. Guys are messy and unclean. Now this point you can take from your class also. In your class, do you notice that some girls are very unhygienic? Most of the time, some boys will clean all the classroom, but some girls will be just lying down in their area, throwing all the rubbishes without taking the dress. So you can't judge upon someone, okay? Foreign workers. So you know who is a foreign worker, right? Yeah, those who comes from another country. Foreign workers in the Maldives, mostly Bangladeshi and Indian men, are subjected to practices indicative of forced labor. Labor here means the job, okay, the job they do. Most people are ill treated, their basic rights like food, shelter, water, and medical treatment were given at poor conditions and are forced to work for 30 hours a day without their wage. Your wage means the salary that they should get of their hard work. Okay. Now this is very true mostly which is seen in our community in Maldives. Now we have lots of Bangladeshi people in our country, right? And we mistreat them very badly. There are some places who don't give them the salary for their hard work. If he or she is from Bangladesh, they will say they are not clean because they are from Bangladesh. But we can't say there are very clean people in Bangladesh. But there are some, but we can't say all of them are unclean because they are from Bangladesh. And there are some Indian teachers and workers here, right? Because of the food they eat, they will be judged. We will say yuck. they eat so yucky food. We can't say that because it's what they eat, right? They might be eating very healthy than us, so we can't say like that. Because that person is from India, you can't say that person is this. You can't say like that, okay? So I hope you have a good idea about stereotyping. So here is your task. In your thematic exercise book, take down the questions and answer the questions. Write the heading as stereotype. Here are the questions. So I have three questions, very easy. You have to say, you have to write what is stereotyping, that is the first question, and the second question is write two examples of stereotyping, okay? And the third question, you have to write two things that you can do to stop stereotyping in the other cultural people, okay? Very easy, three questions, and we will be moving on to our next slide. Alright, from the heading also you know we are going to talk about the culture of Maldives, right? So you have learned a lot about culture of Maldives in your class also, but this is for the easiness of your worksheet, okay? So Maldives is a country located in Indian Ocean which has a rich culture and tradition. The Maldives culture is heavily shaped by Indian, Sri Lankan, Malaysia, Arab, Persian and Indonesian and even African influences. Maldives are incredibly warm, welcoming and friendly. So Maldives ethnic groups comes from India, Sri Lanka, Malaysia, Arab, Persian, Indonesian and Africa. Now you know from the physical features of Maldivians, we look like Indians, Sri Lankan, Malaysia, from our hair type, from our skin tone, our eyes, our shape, our face shape, all are very much alike to Indian, Sri Lankan, and the countries that I have told before. Okay, do you agree with this? Are all Maldivians friendly and welcoming to other foreigners from other countries? I think this is not very true. Now, as years are passing, there are some people who mock and who bullies others, right? So it's a kind of stereotyping. Not all of the Maldivians are very welcome, right? So, what is this? Do you have any idea about this? This is called a Loma fan, a very historical thing, okay? It is used to write, it's a kind of copper plate, and you can see there are some writings, right? They have written the things that happen in history or something like that in this plate. And these are the letters that we use to write the Divehi language. We use Thana Akur, as in English we use alphabetical letters. In Divehi we use Hashaviyani letters. And the language mostly comes from Arab, Lanka, Indian. It's all mixed up. Our language all mixed up. Okay. Divehi is the national language of the Maldives and has been shaped by various languages including Arabic, French, Portuguese, Persian and English. So it's a mixed up. It's all Arabic, Indian, French, Portuguese, English. It's all mixed up. Mostly the Sri Lankan Sinhala. Okay, the Sinhala language, that's all mixed up in the Vehi language. Now we will be moving on to the cultural dresses. As you can see from the photos, we have various types of dresses that are cultural. Dresses with a predominantly Muslim faith. Maldivians are quite conservative and wear traditional dress. Males wear sarong and white cotton shirt while females wear a traditional libas, which is a long dress with gold and silver thread. Sometimes we do wear these diguhedun, and there are some other kinds of dresses, but mostly the most traditional one is this libas. Okay, and this libas and kandiki, and we have fairly for boys, and the shirt mostly in history. Most of the men don't wear a shirt. Okay, they will be only using this fairly. Next, next we will be talking about cultural foods. Very tasty foods. We have very unique dishes, right? Maldivians depended on essential ingredients such as fish. So mostly we use fish because we are surrounded by sea, right? Coconuts, breadfruit, millet, etc. And over time, with the influence of foreigners from ancient trade and travel, Maldivian cuisines developed a distinctive blend with its own unique flavors, symbolizing a unique culinary identity. So, what it's saying is mostly fish and coconuts and some other type of carbohydrates like breadfruit, millet are used. Okay, sometimes corns are used. And by the time there were some foreigners who traveled to Maldives, and they included their ideas and their cultural food ideas to develop unique flavors that we have now. Understood? So we have very unique flavors in our foods. And you can also see these type, it's not similar, but there are slight difference, but we can see a slight similarity in Sri Lankan in Indian foods, because we use a lots of spices. In India also they use a lots of spices, right? So we are kind of similar, right? Okay, now let's look at my photo album. It's about cultural activities. I have very good pictures. Okay, let's see. So mostly we have very unique cultural activities based upon the occasions we celebrate, right? Like Eid, we have different events in our Eid. Like the first one is I think the Kodi Kendo. So it's a cultural activity that we do in Eid. And some women are making Hawadu, right? The woman gang are making Hawadu. And we have Bodumas, which is also an activity that we do on Eid for Eid celebration. And we have Mali. It's kind of scary, right? We have Bodu Beru. It's a kind of traditional music, right? Mostly boys are very attracted to this one. And we have Bandiya Jehum. It's a very old photo from history. Beautiful girls doing the dance with Bandiya. And we have Kulajahing or Fenjahung that we all do in Eid, right? The most fun activity that we do on Eid. Once upon a time. Okay, now I'll be talking about folk stories. The stories that you hear all the time about Maldives, the cultural stories. So the first story is Rannamari. Do you all know this story? It's a very historical story. Okay, kids. It's called Rannamari. Rannamari is a monster in Maldivian folklore. It's a monster that comes out of the sea. Okay. The next story we have. What do you think? I'm sure you all will know about this. Yes, Fool the Guhandi, right? Fool the Guhandi. Have you heard about this story? I think you all know this story. Since we were small, we used to hear this story called Furdi Muhandi, and it's a kind of ghost, okay? A long navel ghost. It has a long navel. Navel means the food, okay? It's a ghost which Aminabi sees when she goes to fetch the water from the mosque well, right? And he comes to disturb her every night. And in the end of the story, the navel of the ghost cut down, right? And next we have a woman with a sack. I wonder what's in this sack. She is Santi Mariam. Santi Mariam is a female Handi. It's a Handi students. Be aware. It's a Handi, okay? Antimaryam is the female Handi in Maldivian folklore. A Handi or Hunding, the plural way, according to all Maldivians, are evil supernatural beings other than human beings who roam in the island. Okay, so she is very evil. She's a witch. Okay, and I think she has teeth in her sack, in my opinion. And those who are not brushing their teeth, she will come and check your teeth. So be aware. Try to brush your teeth every night. And there is one more kind of similar one, the Safarukadda, right? She takes all the things which are in the outside, right? So you have to keep everything in the home in the Safar month. You all know Safar month, the 10th day. The folklore says she will come on the 10th night of the Safar month. So these witches are very scary, so be aware, students. Okay, next we have arts and crafts. From these pictures, what you can see, Liyala Jehun. This is a very unique art done by Maldivians. It's kind of magic, right? Look at the details of the Liyala Jehun. Very unique, and you can see from the ornaments here. They have very good detail of art and fungi venom and doing making crafts from coconut husk wood. Those are kinds of arts that Maldivians do. Alright. Cultural places and special landmarks. First we have Malay Friday Mosque, the oldest mosque. Okay, Ukurumiski. Next we have Meduziare. It's a very historical place, and I will talk about this place later. Grand Friday Mosque, the Kongan Cemetery. See, the oldest cemetery, and these are very important landmarks. Tomb of Muhammad Taqurfa. See, Kuruhina Tharagandu. Muslims were Buddhist, and this is a Buddhist temple. Okay, it shows that Muslims were Buddhist. Utimugandu we have in Halif Utim, right? A very clean, clear, white place. Religion. Maldives is an Islamic country, right? 100% Islamic country. Before converting to Islam, Maldivians were Buddhist. As I told before, Maldivians were Buddhist. Okay. The person traditionally deemed responsible for this conversion was Sunni Muslim visitor named Abul al-Barakat Yusuf al-Barbari. Okay, so as I told before, Maldivians were Buddhist. From the picture you can see it shows that Maldivians were Buddhist. In here it used to be the temple. Okay, the temples of the Buddhist in this island. His venerated tomb now stands on the grounds of Meduziare. I have shown Meduziare that resembles for the person who converted us to Islam. Who is he? Abu al-Barakatul Yusuf al-Barbari. Meduziare across the street from the Hukur Mosque in the capital of Mali. So the Meduziare is in Mali. It was built in 1656. This is the oldest mosque in Maldives. Okay. So here comes your task. Write a reflection on Maldives culture. Write the reflection on the worksheet provided. So you all should have the worksheet now. Present the reflection and send a small video clip through Viber, Telegram, etc. However you want to send it, you send it. Okay. Marks will be given for the presentation. Okay, how you present, you have to write a very good reflection from the information given in the previous slides, and you have to present it and make a small video clip and send it to your teacher. I hope you all understood the task. Here is the sample of the worksheet you will do in this worksheet. Okay, students, so this is the last lesson of the content for the theme culture and Maldives. We will be having one more class for our artworks. Okay, bye students.
DPS TeleClass